Hey guys, we're Emma and Matt, and welcome back to one more adventure.
So this week we're going to talk about some of our travel essentials and gadgets that absolutely always come with us on any of our backpacking trips.
Yeah, yep. So these are just some like basics, whether it be for a short term or long term, just stuff that we would highly recommend, and even we're still learning. But these are the stuff that over the years of traveling have really come in handy, and some new bits as well.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. It seems silly, but this is coming so handy. It's really simple. It's literally just a plastic envelope, but it's perfect for putting any important documents in there, passports, flight tickets or general tickets, money as well from the ATM. And it's really handy. It just fits in any bag, any handbag. And it's better than a plastic wallet because none of our documents really get like creased or bent in here as well. So this, definitely recommend.
Yeah, so this is something that we keep with us basically all the time, whether we're in or out kind of thing, whether it's in our main bag or if we have a day bag for traveling as well for just during the day. This stays with us, all the important documents in there. We know where everything is. We know it's safe. We know we can lock up in hostels and stuff like that. It's just we feel safer, and this thing's brilliant. This thing just it's a peace of mind.
Yeah.
So for me, so I was just talking about bags. So for bags, basically, this is the most important thing for me. A lot of the time we're going around for a long time, especially from like airport to airport, port to port. You've got quite a bit of weight, so it has to be comfortable and it has to be sturdy. So a few things I look out for. So these are just bags that we bought from Decathlon. Well, we actually use them for quite a few years now from Indonesia.
Yeah.
I look out for usually basically good straps. These have got to be well stitched, good straps. The obviously air bit behind it as well to keep my back from sweating as least possible. That's not always the case, especially in Southeast Asia. And the zips, sturdy zips. I've seen a lot of people, especially when you try and cram too much in, they pop, and it's the last thing you want, especially when you're in a rush to get to the airport or something like that. A lot of times, you've seen it before. Everyone's sitting on the bag trying to get this thing closed, and these are massively thick.
Yeah. I mean, we've had this bag now for maybe 5 years, and I mean, everything is still really well. It's not worn.
Yep.
The zips are in perfect condition, and so I mean, this bag is worth its weight in gold. It's amazing.
It's done a really good job. As I said, so we buy a lot of stuff from Decathlon. I do a lot of good hiking and trekking gear. So this is a 50-litre bag. It's a 40 plus 10. This unclips as well. Super practical. It comes all the way off. It can be used as a side bag on your side. Again, you can store things in for your day if you want to. I prefer a little bit bigger. It's super easy. It's just generally good, and it just takes the weight off you. And especially with these side bits as well, instead of having all your weight on the shoulder, it keeps it on your hip, which actually just takes a bit off your, for longer travel, it's just a little bit easier. Really good. So the other thing as well is this. So going on about bags, this is like a day bag. We've literally just bought this. We had an equivalent last time. It was this is a 20 litre. The other one was 20 litre, but it was more of a rucksack we had before. So not only was it heavier, it took up more space in the bag. And this one, you can see, it's digi. And this just comes out, it unfolds, full on waterproof, fold it over. It's got these side bits for the water bottles as well. We can put, again, the envelope and some other bits into it. And it's super good. And again, the straps on something so lightweight, I expect them to be quite poor. And we have seen some of these bags that are pretty poor. And these are actually pretty good, I have to admit.
Yeah, it kind of look like they give you a bit of air as well, so you're not going to be sweating down your strap lines. And yeah, this is just a really good day bag. It's lightweight, waterproof, and it rolls up really small and compact.
Yep, fits anywhere.
Yeah.
It's great.
So it's staying on the theme of bags as well. I always kind of carry around either just say a plastic bag, and it's really handy just to have in your bags. Say if you kind of got a bit of laundry that hasn't fully dried, at least like for wet gear, or you've just come from the beach, you want somewhere to put your wet gear. If you're then having to move on, at least it then keeps everything wet together. So I'd actually recommend always just having a few plastic bags in your bag.
Yeah, simple plastic bag. We both have a little plastic bag, just put everything into it.
Yeah, it's great for wet gear.
Makes our life easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then my second little item is a headlamp. These are just so handy to have, whether it's just getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, or whether it's to hike mountains as well. These are just, we always have it with us.
Yeah.
We love it. It's just perfect for hiking, for camping. It means they're obviously on your head, and then you can basically work hands-free. It's just really handy to have. And the other thing this one has is a little red light, And so if you are on safari or among animals and you're trying to see the wildlife, it's really handy just to put it on red light. It's a lot less harsher for the animals, and you're more likely to see a lot more on red than on the white light.
Yeah, I think these things are brilliant. I would recommend just changing the battery. You know, just they do last for a long time, but especially if you're going on a long trip, you just know the battery's going to give out on you, but you actually really need it. Just change the battery; it doesn't cost much, and then you know you're safe as well. These things have really been just a lifesaver. Really have. Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
So again, staying on kind of the principle of bags, this travel bag basically is super important for me. I know I can keep everything together. I kind of have a two-way principle with it. It's mainly for like the airport checks and like port checks and stuff like that. Sometimes they ask you for mainly the liquid purpose. So yeah, I keep all my liquids in here, as well as your shaves, anything like that they're going to ask questions about. Obviously during the COVID period I had my clean mask in here just in case, and I always keep it at the top of the bag. Obviously I can just pop it out, whether it be at the airport. I don't have to rummage through my bag, I take everything out of my bag in front of it, it slows everyone down. Usually in a rush for some reason as well. And these are super good. Waterproof as well, generally super, just handy, really handy, lightweight as well, and just fits my bag. Right at the top, as I said, put it out, get what I need, put it back in, done. I can't really recommend that more. That's great.
And then just kind of staying on this idea, like obviously this is quite a nice size. We're also going to try out travel cubes this time around as well on our trip, and so going to try and like hopefully keep our bag a bit more organised with different travel cubes, and we'll give that a go. It's something we haven't tried before, but yeah, I think it's going to really help us just remain a bit more organised in our bags. And
yeah, as I said, you're trying to plan for, obviously, especially for long-term travel, you're trying to plan and trying to have so many different clothes, and so if I know where that is and that is, I'm not like, as I said earlier, taking everything out of the bag and going for it. It's just a pain.
Cool. Give it a go. So next up is this handy little gadget. This is just really handy. It's a travel adapter for all of your plugs. It will work with any plug no matter where you're from, whether it be the UK, the States, Australia or Europe, and it actually has like every plug you can imagine as well. So it's got the US, and Australia, it's got Europe, it's got the UK as well with the 3 prongs. So it can pretty much get around all of the world. I'd say a good 90% of the world at least. The other ones obviously are a little harder to get through, but it's just really handy. It saves us having to carry around 5 different travel adapters for the whole trip. And the other really cool thing is this one comes with some USB slots. A lot of the technology nowadays, they all charge through USB, so it's just really handy having the possibility to have a plug in and then also be able to charge more gadgets with the USB.
Yeah, we always have that kind of problem as well. It's like a lot of the hostels we go to generally only have one socket, which is kind of problematic. You just need battery time for basically your phones, your cameras, obviously taking more photos than usual, using more videos than usual. So, and it comes to the case of I can charge now, Emma can charge later, or vice versa. And with this, it actually allows us to dual charge, and it gets everything done in a quicker time.
Yeah.
Especially when we're on the move quite a lot, we don't really have time to plug, charge, and then we're already off again. So we just kind of solve a lot of our problems anyway. Yeah,
really handy, and it will fit pretty much anywhere in your bag as well. So
yeah, didn't even know this existed till what it was like 2-3 weeks ago you found it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's going to be brilliant, and it's lightweight as well again.
Yeah, mega light, super handy. Definitely recommend.
Seems solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Test it. So for me, and again, you're probably going to laugh, it's not stylish at all. But again, going back to the clothes problem, where you've going away for a long time, you've got to think about what you're taking. For example, when we went to the Sumatra rainforest, there were a lot of leeches. We were told to put on like long trousers with like the socks and stuff like that. I didn't really pack too many long trousers. I knew how like sticky and humid it was going to be. So these cut-offs have actually been great. Obviously, they're kind of like dual purpose, purpose. You can take them off, zip them back on, and they're lightweight. I don't know what fabric this is, but you can wash them really easily. They're dry, so it means I don't have to put wet clothes, as you said earlier, in a wet bag in my bag, and everything else just gets disgusting.
Yeah, and they're perfect for even just cool mornings, or if you've got like a night hike. Obviously, it's going to be a lot colder when you set off, and so it's perfect. You can set off in your trousers, be nice and warm, and then when the sun rises and it gets hotter, then you just zip them off and you're in shorts. so you don't have to carry around a different change of clothes every time. They're just mega handy, and I mean we've used them on God knows how many hikes and just in general life.
These things, I think you had the same as well. They're a good couple of years old, and yes, they're lightweight, but they're super solid. Even the pockets, I thought something was going to bust. I was pretty adamant these zippers were going to bust, and nothing's budged. It's been washed multiple times. It's not even defaded. Again, they're like Decathlon's own. I can't moan at these.
Yeah.
These are brilliant.
Really handy.
Yeah.
And then finally, so my last little gadget, little essential, staying on the clothes theme, they're little washing detergent leaf sheets. They're really handy. They're obviously completely dry, so not a problem for your liquids. They're in this little travel pack, and basically what it is, it's just a small little sheet. It's really small. I mean, oh, here you go. They're really small. And you just put that in your sink, it'll dissolve, and then you can wash your clothes, or it's perfect for like pants and socks if you just want to wash them, freshen them up before going to the laundrette and doing a big wash. They're a great little handy thing, and they don't take up much room. So yeah, I'd recommend just having these in your bag for just an emergency really as well. They're really handy.
Yeah, especially if you go into some of those remote places. Obviously, by the time you get to, for example, Bali or anywhere like that, you've got these places you can get your clothes washed properly. But when, again, going back to Sumatra and even Java, we actually had a hard time finding places to properly wash our clothes.
We was also moving on so quickly that we didn't have time to drop our clothes off and then come back in a day or two. So this just meant we could wash them in the morning, pick them up in the night, and we're off.
Well, just doing it by hand, it was brilliant,
Yeah, so these are
cool.
Really recommend these.
And so there's a final kind of sidetrack bit as well, something I disliked but actually found super useful were actually just, funny enough, sandals. And again, everyone uses these. They're great for, obviously, the hostels. The showers, yes, they're generally clean, but you just never know. I just don't trust it. And beach, obviously, the beach as well, walking out, it's super hot as well. These, again, lightweight, fit into like a side pocket when we're travelling in one of the bags. And just come out whenever I need, and again dry really quickly. Mainly for the hostels, I like it a little bit clean, so it's just just keeps my feet off the floor.
So we hope this video was helpful and that we gave you maybe a few tips and ideas for your future travels. If you have any recommendations or things maybe we didn't include, we'd be really interested to hear what recommendations you may have, what your essentials might be. It's always fun to start a bit of a discussion on these things. Yeah,
and it's not because we've been travelling for a fair amount of time like that we haven't thought of these little things that everyone else has been doing for years, and it's just like, it's a silly idea. I think the charger is a good example. We've not used that at all yet. It's going to be the first time, and honestly we could have been using it for years now. So if you guys have any ideas, just write them down in the comment section. Actually, that'd be really handy to hear.
Yeah, so we hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for the future videos, and of course leave a comment in the description below. We'll see you in the next one.
See you soon.